All right, what's up, everyone? Daddy Warbucks here, and today we are continuing our playthrough of Icewind Dale, the Rime of the Frostmaiden. Karis is the DM through this series, so I'm gonna turn it over to her, and she can do the recap. Here you go, Karis.
According to legend, Kelvin was a hero of the frost giants, but once caused Tempest to become enraged. Tempest himself battled and slew Kelvin. The god of war gathered stones from around Icewind Dale and piled them atop the body of the frost giant warrior. This mound of rocks marked this place as the site of Kelvin's death, and hence was given the name of Kelvin's Cairn. Beasts hunt upon the craggy slopes, giants tread across the broken rills, and dwarves mine its hidden depths. And, as the highest point in Icewind Dale, it is the pivot round which all other landmarks are referenced. If not for the endless winter at night now, you could see it from anywhere in the dale and anywhere from there. Below Kelvin's Cairn lie the only two of 10 towns with pretensions to castles, Caerconeg and Caerdineville. Caerdineville happens to be the current location of the heroes of our story. The 10 towns have had a rash of murders lately. A halfling trapper in East Haven, a human shipbuilder in Targos, a dwarven glassblower in Bryn Shander. Each victim found with a dagger of ice through the heart. A retired bounty hunter in Bryn Shander, Hlyn Trollbane, took it upon herself to investigate the murders since no authorities bothered. She narrowed her suspect list down to one person, Sefik Catro. An odd character who wears no heavy clothing in this biting cold and acts as bodyguard to a traveling merchant. She had last seen him in East Haven before she returned home in deference to her old bones. By the time our intrepid heroes arrived in East Haven on Hlyn's behalf, the traveling merchant had moved on, bodyguard in tow. A helpful cloth merchant thought they'd gone along like Denishir to Caerdineville or maybe Caerconeg, and our heroes followed the trail, finding and confronting Sefik here in the Uphill Climb Tavern in Caerdineville. And we rejoin them now in their confrontation. I am moving the characters to the Uphill Climb map. Please move your tokens to where your character would likely be, and let's roll some initiative. I just realized don't have his sheet set correctly. He does not need to roll advantage. All right, much better.
Oh, right, initiative. Ha! Oh,
All righty. Five, six. We are missing somebody. Who are we missing?
it's Williamson's AFK.
We are
I rolled
missing
initiative for him.
Cairo. There we go. All righty. Let's get a look at where folks are. All of the commoners were moved over to the other side of the tavern. Landar, you can start us off.
We need to capture this guy. So Landor's moving forward to get in close to Sevik, and he will actually just throw some unarmed strikes.
Yeah, that's a hit. We
And
are off to
then
a good start.
bonus action to another unarmed strike.
Okay. That also hits.
That'll be it.
Let me take that out. Okay. Andwise.
Antois is going to stay where he's at, kind of hidden with the tables, but he's going to watch the rest of the crowd, looking for other people to draw. Ready a crossbow bolt and take the dodge action, and my turn's done.
Okay. So, as Landar has come up and done a couple of strikes, and he's been kind of trying to defend himself from that, he loses the smirk that he had on there. And he, let's see, that is, disappears from, okay. Roll20 display does some weird stuff. He suddenly disappears in front of you and reappears over here by the door. And he turns and he sneers back at you. Well, if you're going to be all cheeky, I think I shall depart. So long. And he ducks out the door.
Wait.
Coward! After him!
So he's still there in the doorway?
Not.
Or is he like out of sight?
Outside the door. There.
Yeah, I'm gonna... You know, I didn't expect that. Yeah, I'm gonna run out the door. I'm gonna go after him.
Okay, and how far do you get out
To the door.
You get to the door?
Oh no.
Okay, so you
5
see
feet outside the door.
5 feet outside the door. I shall, I'll keep you right at the door for right now. You do see him outside and starting to run down the street.
How
I'll see what the others are going to do
far
before I move them too. Before I move everybody.
Oh, okay. Well,
Oh, no. If you're going to do some of that, then let me grab you. Where are you? Here you are. I'm going to move you over to the random battle map right on the edge of it, except I need to put you on the token layer. Oops, I didn't grab you. I grabbed another copy of him. Okay, yes, Karis knows how to use Roll20 controls, very definitely. She should actually do so. And then I shall move you. How do I move one person? I grab their name badge and put them on that map. Ah,
You knew.
I knew. See, Karis does know Roll20 commands.
so he's...
And this is the road that goes downhill, and he's headed towards the downhill. So the keep is over that way, and the town is over that way. And I know the others can't see this yet, but they will see it when they get here.
So I'm going to cast a spell on him.
Okay.
I'm going to pull out my lyre, strum it a little, and I am going to cast sleep.
Ah, okay.
And I have to roll really well.
26.
You have the sweetest lullaby ever heard. It calms all around you, but does not seem to have any effect upon Sevek.
Dang it. Well, I'm just going to run back. Come on, guys, hurry up. And then that's it.
All right.
Okay, Cairo is going to give pursuit. Okay, 1, 2.
You know, it's probably going to be easier if I add the street onto the bottom of this map, which I should have considered that beforehand.
Yeah, moving between maps mid-combat is, it hurts.
Yeah. I'm going to move like here. Okay, so we're going to have the street out front. Town off to the right, or no, the keep off to the right, the town off to the left. We'll keep it simpler. And which means I need to put Pip's token back over here.
I did it for you.
Thank you. So he was about there, and there we go. And he was down here. All right. Okay, so you see what you see then. Cairo?
All right, and I think I'm going to use the dash action to catch up with him.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a base movement speed of 35 feet, so that should be more than enough to get right up in his grill.
Mm-hmm.
And since I took the dash action, I think that's all I can do.
Okay. I don't remember how the vowel sounds in your name again. Spartan, can you please say your character's name again?
Tallies.
Tallies, okay.
All right, so Tallies is going to start moving out to try and join the fight. Let me just check how far away he is. Oh, that actually works really well. All right, as he runs outside, he's going to extend a hand and whisper using his spell book, create a spell. But he's kind of with like his other hand, he's just going to quickly gesture in the book as if he's swapping and changing a part of it, and he's going to cast a spell. It's a 30-foot wall. So let me move that. I mean, that's not 30 feet. Yeah, 30-foot wall should reach him. If I'm just going straight across. Yep. And I'm going to cast Tasha's Caustic Brew. So it sends out a line of fire instead of acid. If he fails his dexterity save, he will take 2d4 fire damage at the start of each of his turns.
Ugh. And he fails.
All right, so he'll take, I believe he takes the damage now. Oh no, he's just covered. He's
the start of his
so
turn.
the damage doesn't apply until the start of his turn. It doesn't apply right now, but he failed. So unless he uses an action to remove it, he's going to continually take fire damage at the start of each of his turns.
Okay. And does the fire stay there or does it disappear?
No, the wall will disappear now.
It only affects creatures.
Okay.
And that will be Tally's turn.
That's a tough.
I am a marshal, so I am going to also run forward, see him hiding, trying to escape, and
Can't
I
hear
will
you.
take the dash action to join the rest of the party. So 30 feet up to here, and check, make sure I don't have bonus actions yet. I do not. I am finished.
Okay. Brings us back around to Landar.
All right, I'm gonna start heading that way. Then I'll use a key point to take the dash action as part of my bonus. Give me there. And then from here, I will actually see. Where's that? There you go. I'll actually cast out Chill Touch onto Suffolk.
Chill touch. All right. So you reach out and touch him, and you're sure that you've touched him, but you don't see. Oh wait, this does necrotic. Oh, never mind. Yes, it does. It reacts normally, and he flinches away at the cold touch of death that you have done with him.
And then that's it.
Okay, Endwise.
All right, bonus action dash. Which puts me to there. And then I'm going to take the shot.
That will hit. Oh, for a full 16. Oh my. Okay.
Ouch.
And that will finish my turn.
All right, which then does bring us to him, and thank you for the reminder, Spartan. Okay. Well, that is going to be problematic. Okay. Out in the bitter cold, and he's got two of you right on him. He is going to Shroud of Mist again. For 6. He's going to head off this direction. And he looks a little startled. Actually, before he did that, he should have used his longsword. Oh well, too late now. He didn't. So then he is going to run off. That is not what I intended to do. 2, 4, 6, and he will dash. 2, 4, 6, and he's heading off towards the keep. And that will end his turn. Pip.
Man, this guy just keeps running. Well, I'm going to look over to Cairo and start shouting at him. Come on, you're like a big cat or something. Go get him. Come on. He's getting away. And I'm going to cast Bardic Inspiration. That's my inspiration.
That's true. Thank you for the reminder, Tallies.
Wrong dice.
Okay.
You.
What
Why
do you
did
mean
you
wrong
roll
dice?
that?
There'd be nothing to roll.
I know.
I'm giving Cairo Bardic Inspiration.
Oh, yeah, because he gets to roll it.
But
yes.
what's your action? Bardic Inspiration is a
So,
bonus.
thus inspired, Cairo, what do you do?
I
But-
shall take his advice and
didn't take an
use
action.
another dash action.
That is true. Pip,
Never mind.
is there an action you wish to take?
I'll dodge.
Okay. Go again, Williamson.
Oh, all right. Then I will take a dash action again. That's about as far as I can get with a dash action.
And do you have a bonus action you'd like to take?
Hold on. No, bonus action. Well, no, I can't make a ranged attack as a bonus action, so no.
Okay. Tallies.
All right. Tallies is going to try and move to just kind of keep up with him a little bit. And from here,
And by the way, he is climbing uphill. The direction he's going is somewhat uphill.
okay.
So his slight elevation.
So following did previously, he's already on fire. I'm going to create 3 missiles of flame as I cast magic missile and swap the element type out for fire. One second. So 9 points of fire damage.
Oh, he doesn't like this fire business. Getting all singy.
And that will end Tallies' turn.
Okay. Azathoth.
So, Azathoth run forward as fast as he can, and seeing he's still great distance away, see a very frustrated and pained look come on his face as he raises his blade, points it towards, and when he does, a blast of eldritch energy arcs forward, striking at Sefik. Ooh. Okay.
And somehow it fizzles just right in front of you.
Well, that's all I got. I'm done.
Okay.
Hey, thanks for the
Brings
resub,
us
Tom
back around
Gosh.
to
Appreciate you
Landar.
very much. How you doing today?
Landar is pretty much yelling towards Suffolk, I'm not letting you get away. And with my 40 feet of movement that I realized I did not have until now, I'm going to be using a dash action with my key point. It's my last one to catch up.
So you're using that as your bonus action?
Yep, as my bonus action. The dash to catch up to him, and then he's being met with a nice heavy punch.
Yes, he is.
Roger B. Hello
And you
again.
punch
Thank
him in the
for
face
10
and he
months as well.
staggers
Thank
back
you.
a little, taking it.
And that's it.
And wise.
All right. Bonus action dash. And we want him alive, so I'm going to try a non-lethal shot with the crossbow if that's possible.
Not with a ranged weapon. You can't declare it as non-lethal.
Well, then he's going to get shot.
That hits. It does hit, but it does not kill him. So. He's looking pretty darn ragged, though. If you want to take him alive, you might not want to do that again. Anything else?
All right.
Oh, it's
Nope,
already done.
that's action bonus.
And so, looking up, you've caught up to him again. He's taking punches again. It's the beginning of his turn again. He's still on fire. He's going to take the time to pat that out, although he does take... Is that the new roll?
Yeah, that's the new roll.
Oh, dear. Okay, that's the new roll. I'm going to just... He's takes the time to pat it out, and he's just hanging on by a bit of a thread, and he puts his hands up and he says, okay, what do you want?
Landar just says, "You're coming with us. You're not leaving. You've already admitted to murder." As he goes to grab him and yells for the manacles.
Well, is it really murder if you're doing the goddess's will?
Regardless of the gods, it's still murder.
So what did
Okay,
these
so you've got
people-
him in manacles now.
Yes.
And you're in the snow, okay.
Tallies is also going to suggest that we gag him, considering that he's already cast some spells, and we don't want him teleporting around away from us.
Tallis makes a point, and Landar uses some rope to wrap around his mouth and head and tie it off.
We could also just knock him unconscious.
Do you want to carry him?
I can carry him.
Drag him.
It's also a significant trip back. Like he will eventually wake up.
And do it again.
And as you're looking around and taking stock of the situation, you notice that the snow is starting to snow, and it's not just a little flake or two. And as I recall, we are in the evening because you were on your way to seek lodging for the night, having arrived here. So it is evening. It is dark. Well, it's always dark in Icewind Dale, and the snow is coming down more heavily.
Seems we won't be leaving until the morning.
Should at least get him inside so we can secure him away from others.
Well then,
But do you think they will want his kind staying for any meaningful duration in this establishment?
This establishment does not have rooms. It's just
No.
a tavern.
we have. Don't we have rooms at another place in town already, though?
No,
You
that was
were
at the previous
told there was an abandoned inn, and you were directed to seek lodging up at the keep. And you were on your way there when Landar, I think it was Landar that poked his head in to check and see if he was here
Well,
at the
if,
tavern that you went past.
we could continue to the keep and seek lodgings there, but if you have questions, if people would allow us to sleep in their establishment with a prisoner, maybe we just find shelter at the abandoned inn. I don't need
Also a
much.
good idea.
I was
I mean,
about
didn't it seem like he was running towards the keep from where
It
we
did.
were?
First,
Yes.
he was running away from the keep, but then you guys caught up with him that way, and he turned and went the other way.
And from what I remember of the town map, there isn't really anything past the keep. So once he got to the keep, he would have had nowhere else to go, unless he has something
I shall
there
move
already.
you to the Care Geneval map.
And I was about to suggest that surely the keep would have some prison cells where it would be safe to keep this fellow.
No, I think the abandoned, an abandoned inn would be better. I mean, less people around, because everyone else is staying in the keep.
Well, everyone else is staying at their own homes, but yeah.
I
agree,
agree. I
let's-
think the inn would be better.
The abandoned inn was Dinev's Rest down here.
Then that is where we will go. And
Okay.
I'll pick up Sethic. There, I remembered. I'll pick him up and kind of carry him along. Because I'm Goliath. Oh.
So it takes a little bit of time for the party to come back down. You don't see very many people around. The couple of people you do pass kind of look at you curiously as you come down. Okay, so it's abandoned. The windows are boarded up. There is a crooked weather vane up on top looking like a rearing dragon. So, anybody have a crowbar?
I do. Me.
Okay, so you're gonna put him down and come in and try and break your way in.
Sure.
Lander's going to keep a hand on Sefik just to make sure he doesn't try to run.
And
Okay.
Cairo will assist as a thought.
Okay. And are you just trying to pry at the door or one of the windows or going around back or just
I would try the door
where are
first.
you attacking this establishment?
I would try the door first, yeah. Failing that, then the window.
Okay. So you stick your crowbar into the door and you start to give a mighty pry, and it just comes off because it was just leaning up against it. You find it was not actually attached.
Well, I gesture towards the open door.
Lander
That's
starts
fine,
to drag in Sefik. I mentioned we should probably take that board and help us secure it from the other side.
Okay, and what are you going to do to secure it from the other side?
Well, I do have a hammer and some pittons that I can use to nail in the board to the door.
Yeah, you could use that to lock it in, certainly. Okay, so you do that. You take stock, and as you look around inside, there are quite a number of broken down furniture. There's how far do you explore in, or do you just try and make yourselves comfortable here in the main lobby area?
Well,
I personally wouldn't be exploring. This is just an abandoned inn. So I would kind of take Sethic and then toss him in a corner, and then set out my bedroll and kind of hunker down, get ready for the night.
Pip would
probably. Sorry, go ahead.
Pip would absolutely explore this entire place trying to find anything. I mean, after all, no one's been here in probably ages. So I'm going to
Okay.
start making my way around.
Charlie's would also suggest that maybe Andwise and possibly somebody else, maybe Cairo or Landar, also have a look around just to see if you can find any potential escape routes, things like that. Just making sure that we can keep him here in case he tries to make a break for it again.
Ooh.
And I'm going to try and search him and try and see, make sure he doesn't have anything on him like thieves' tools or anything like that he can try and pick the manacles with. Just make sure that he's got nothing on him. But he said he had a longsword on him.
You do not find any sort of longsword on him.
Oh, okay. In that case, I'm going to ask him about the ice daggers. And then I realize he's gagged and shrug and say, well, I guess we'll have to wait till later. Because I can't ungag him to ask him about it.
Okay, I think
At least you probably don't want to.
Cairo is going to scope out the joint with divine sense.
Link divine sense. Let me take a look at that. See. You get quite a noxious odor, and there is an undead sitting right there in the corner.
Cairo immediately draws his weapon and wheels around on the source of the presence.
And it's Cephek. It's the corner Cephek is sitting in.
Oh, I see. I knew I had a funny feeling about you. And he sort of strides over and leans into Sethik. You are not all appear to be, are you?
He sort of cocks an eyebrow and shrugs. He's gagged. He can't say much.
After finishing with the door, Landar starts scoping out for any other entrances because last thing we need is a open entrance to possibly any help that he may have come find him.
And there is a kitchen and a kitchen door. And Pip, how far are you? There is a second floor to this building. There is a side wing that. What direction are you going looking in?
Well, I would imagine Pip would try to explore every room at some point, at least until someone yells for him. So, I'd probably go straight up to the second floor. Start there.
Okay, and let's see. Let's put a push stand. We have my incredible art skills here. And I'm going to go ahead, I'll move everyone just so that they can see to the random battle map. And Pip, there's a bunch of bedrooms and stuff up there. And you enter into one of the bedrooms. The first bedroom that you enter into has a bed sort of tilted up in the corner against the wall. There's a washstand there. Oops, I forgot to put the chamber pot. There's a little chamber pot here too. There, that's a chamber pot. Give me a perception check. There is a fireplace in the main room, and you can absolutely make a fire with some of the broken furniture. Okay, Pip, you notice kind of a rustling sound behind the bed that's leaning up against the corner. All right, so
I'm going
Andwise is
to
here in the hallway behind Pip. Let me move this to the
I'm
map.
going to slowly approach it.
Okay. Andwise, give me a
Pip,
perception
what'd you
check.
find?
Shh.
Shit, that scared me.
Kind of just turn around. There's something there, I think.
Oh, this will be fun.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so yeah, there's definitely some rustling behind that.
I was thinking like a raccoon. That is not.
That's not a raccoon, sorry. Let's go ahead and roll some initiative on it though.
Would those of us that are still in the main room, would we hear the the sounds, or would we be alerted to the fact that something is up, or are we sitting out for the moment?
Well, you would have heard Andwise say, so what did you find? And then in like 6 seconds you would hear crash, thud, thud, runs, clash, clatter, a bunch of noise.
So do you want us to roll and then start on round 2?
Sure, that would be, yes, that would actually work quite well.
Oh, didn't have my token
Yeah, that's a
selected.
really great idea. I'm glad you had it.
Oh, fuss, I could straighten out their sheet. I need to update on default for that. Let's see, toggle, auto. Close. Okay. Did I roll? Yes, I did roll initiative. Perfect. All right.
Yeah, I forgot to click my token. You want me to roll it again, or are you just going to add me to the
I
tracker?
can add turn and you can update the value. Are you updating the value or do you want me to? There you go. Oh, and I'm going to remember to use tracker start this time. Okay, Pip. So you see 3 very startled and trying to scramble dwarven sorts.
So, do they look scared of me? Because you said they're trying to scramble around.
Little hard to tell.
I'm gonna kind of put my hands out. Hey. Let's all calm down. Okay? And just try to not, like, I'm gonna back up and just try to see if they understand me or whatever. I have no idea what these things are. So,
Okay.
do you want me to roll or something? I'm just trying to calm them down.
You can give me persuasion.
Ooh, bold move, allowing the bard to roll persuasion.
I know. But, you know, he went to all the trouble to make a bard. I might as well let him do some bardy stuff, right?
Haha. That's bad.
And let's see, and you're wanting them to calm down, and you're trying to calm them to not be
Well, they're
Murdered.
scrambling around and they're making me nervous.
okay.
I would also like to back up.
They
towards
stop
the
sort of
door.
scrambling, they pause for a minute and they glance at each other. And you moved a little back away from them, okay? Are you gonna do anything else?
Where was I? I want to keep moving out the door. Here, you got this. Him, and then Bardic Inspiration him.
On handwise?
Yep.
Okay.
Go in there. You
So-
got this. I believe in you.
You haven't heard too much downstairs yet. These guys, after looking at each other, they suddenly helps if I get on the right thing. They suddenly get very large. And they come charging toward you. Let's see here. And they seem to be carrying war pigs. So, this one comes up and tries to attack at Andwise. And I need to, what did I just do with this sheet? Ugh, and it is a mighty swing that takes a chunk
Holy
out of the
crap.
door frame that Andwise has ducked behind.
That's scary.
So
Yeah.
now the people downstairs definitely know something's up. Yeah. And there's a mighty roar, and they can't. This one can kind of get to you, but you'd have cover. So let's see what he does with his war pig. Yeah, these guys are really good. And that guy can't even get to it, so he just yells loudly. Andwise, what are you doing in the face of all of this?
Really glad I wore the brown pants. I am going to use a bonus action to. Can I disengage, move away from them, and then turn and attack them?
You're rogue,
Thinks
right?
because you've got.
Cunning action.
Does your
Or-
bonus action? Does your bonus action allow disengage? I'm blanking on the name of it.
Yeah, it's a dash, hide, and disengage for rogue cunning action.
Yeah, cunning action. That was it. Yeah. So yeah, yes, you can use your bonus action to disengage and then turn around and attack them. Sure.
All right, I'm going to disengage, head back to the stairs, say, "No, Pip, you got this." And then I'm
Whoa.
going to turn and fire a shot through the door at the one right in the door there.
And that will clank into his armor. Actually, before I say that, have you been inspired by Pip's encouragement?
Obviously.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the roll. I'll try and get the window open, but it didn't want to open. Is it a D6 for yours?
Yeah, I can roll it.
Wait, didn't I do something? Nope. Okay.
And that hits.
I'll add a macro so that when you click your token, there's just a button, and it'll roll the bardic die, since it's something we all need.
That's true. Okay, and that hits and thunks into him. And you start getting what sounds like profanity.
I'm still going to
Anything
fade back
else?
towards the stairs.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to move as. Oh, actually, I think it's all my movement.
Okay.
Nope, I can move one more square. Ooh.
Hey, Taryn!
Okay.
Thank you for the dono, buddy. I need to...
Tough, you've just heard bellowing noises upstairs.
Shit, it's my turn.
You're going to be about 80 feet from the stairway.
You said 80 feet?
Yeah.
Okay, so then I'll dash 60 feet. Puts me 20 feet away
Put you
from
guys,
where they
like,
are.
over here.
Yeah.
Sorry. Oh, sorry.
No, you're okay. So 60 feet closer. That's not quite right. 5, 10, 15, 20. That would put me about here, right? 20 feet from the doorway, right?
Okay, good.
Okay. And then that'll be it for me.
Okay.
All right, so
Landar.
Lendar was in the kitchen with his dagger, checking out the place. How far away would he be to get to where he needs to be?
Say roughly 80 feet to similar distance to Azatoth.
Okay. Well, I will go the 40. So I'll get halfway there, and then I'll take an dash action to get the rest of the way up next to Lane. And
Okay.
then that be my turn.
Oops, I didn't intend to be marking on Pip. Sorry, meant to be selecting here. So is that now a bardic inspiration? Yes, that is now a token. Okay, perfect. Okay, so you were right there, and then you did the dash to get there, and then you are doing what? I'm sorry, I was distracted by the bardic inspiration.
That was it.
Okay, Cairo.
Right, I'm going to move up to here. And just a moment.
You have 40 foot of movement.
I have 35 movement.
35. Okay, so you can't quite get to the.
Oh, so do I need to take one space back?
No. You're there. You can't get quite to the door, and you placed your token not quite to the door, so that's perfect.
All right, and I think I'm going to cast Wrathful Smite. It basically affects yourself, right? All right.
Yeah, and then that adds to your next attack, correct?
Okay.
Yes, anytime I make a weapon attack
Adds damage.
in the duration.
Now
Yeah.
that I got that all set up, let us open
Okay. Anything else?
the
You dashed, and
wondrous
then casting
item
that was a bonus
tables.
action, so
So we
actually that should
have
be everything.
14
Yep.
and 2.
All right, Pip, we are back around to
Could
you, and
bring
you
this
got
down onto
this.
this page, but I don't know.
Hey, Cairo, just the person I wanted to see. Okay, you see
Kinda.
those things? Okay, you got this. I'm
Okay.
gonna pat him on the back.
All right, 14
You know,
and 2.
give him another
That
bardic
is
inspiration.
a stone of good luck.
And then I'm
And a
going
shield
to
plus
use my
1. That's not
action
bad.
to skedaddle out of here. My action is my move.
Stone of
35
good
feet.
luck.
Just all the way over here.
Shield plus 1.
Alrighty.
Table G item is
That's
a
it, money
16.
And
Oh, you
so are
got
you
this.
heading down the hall or down the
Everything
stairs?
froze.
Just down the hall.
Table
Okay.
G item 16.
Let's see. So I'm
Carry
going
up
to
to
put
proof
actually,
against
if
poison.
you're down the
Not bad.
hall, I'm
Not
going
bad.
to send you kind of this direction a little bit rather than we're saying this is down the stairs, this is down the halls over here.
Let's
I
do
know
it.
that's kind of confusing where I put these people over here, but we'll work it out. Okay. Anything
And that
else,
is
Pip?
it. Nope.
All right. Tallies.
So Tallies can't really leave Sefik on his own. He's too tricky a character. But you know, who knows? They might need my help. So I'm going to grab Sefik by the collar and just drag him along with me. I'll move at half speed and dash, so I'll travel 30 feet closer to whatever's going on and just drag Sefik with me.
Okay, so we'll put you down here over here towards the stairs since we've sort of said the stairs were over here.
Yep, cool. So I'll go there, and I'll just drag Sefik along with me by the collar and like, sorry, I can't leave you here. Yeah, and that'll end my turn.
Okay. All right. So this guy leans down and comes out the door. And oh, look who we have right there. We have Landar right there. So we're going to attack Landar. Ah, finally! I got a
Yep.
good swing through that door. Yes. And is that a hit? Ooh,
Yep, that hit.
That is a significant hit. Okay. And Pip, you find yourself taking a hit as well. Or maybe, oh yes, taking a hit as well, as someone who was invisible is now not invisible.
Okay.
Attacked you. And that will bring us to Adwise. And these two are squabbling around saying, hey, let us out, get out of the way. We're, shoving through, which shoves into Landar, which pushes Landar back a little bit as these guys are trying to get through. Okay.
Hey, wait,
Andwise.
wait. If that guy moves forward, he enters into my reach, and I would get an op attack.
Okay, take an op attack.
Yes. Yeah. Oh. Not very good.
Yes, however, that sort of snags in and the edge of his beard and tugs at his beard a little bit, but does not actually cause any damage. A few little white hairs, though, sink down to the floor.
Dead.
And somehow that makes him really mad. Okay, Andwise.
All right, I'm going to start by moving. I'm going to come hide behind the giant here, but I'm going to take a shot at the one that just attacked Pip because the other three are pinned in the door.
Okay. Ooh! Nice hit. It's 14 off. And he starts snarling in anger with that. Anything else?
Bonus action dodge.
Okay, that's a tough.
Well, we already have a guy in front of us, but Pip is over there being harassed as well. I think we are going to run down here by Pip, and we'll attack the Duergar in front of him.
Okay.
Oop. I don't get to attack
Ooh!
twice. I only get to attack once. But 18 for
I bet that once is a hit.
8 damage. And then,
Oh my goodness. This thing, you've practically cut his arm off. He is in sore shape. Yes.
and then the bonus action attack. 17 for 6 damage.
And he would go down if it weren't. There we go. The deck was in the way on my screen.
All right, that's action.
And he
bonus
goes
action.
down.
I after hitting this guy twice, I kind of put my arm out on Pip's chest and try to push him back. Move behind me. Do you have a death wish, child? And I'll be done.
Landar.
Oh, I said earlier, dagger in hand, I'm slashing at the big guy in front of me now.
Okay. And somehow he just twists in order to look and see what's happening down the hall as your blade comes, or as your dagger swoofs along beside him. And it does not engage.
Then bonus action to unarmed strike him, to throw another punch.
Okay. Oof! And that is a solid hit right in the nose, which promptly starts bleeding.
I actually moved my way back in front of him to try and prevent him from getting any further, to keep these people squeezed in here.
Okay.
That's it.
Cairo.
Okay, I'm going to make this next attack with Bardic Inspiration. At the
You can
Duergar
choose.
place.
You can
Yeah,
choose
you
that
can wait
after
until
you
you
make
see
the
the
roll.
roll.
And yeah, wait till you see the
Okay.
roll, and then you choose that before I declare. But that's a good note for me that I won't declare the result until after you've had a chance to see the roll and decide if you want to use it.
Okay.
We should mark them.
That's true. Like a bless heart or something. You probably don't need bardic inspiration for this one. And your axe
Okay.
swings over and lodges directly in his shoulder for a very resounding hit. And this guy is looking really torn up.
And
You had
don't
the,
forget to apply the Wrathful
Wrathful
Smite
Smite,
damage.
yep.
Ah, that's true. Give me your smite damage.
It was 6.
That might be enough to actually take him down.
He rolled a 6 when he cast it initially.
Oh, did he? Okay. Oh, yeah. All right. Spartan knows those sorts of things. Oh, yes. Well, so that definitely takes him down. Here we go. That takes him down, and he shrinks back down to normal size.
Okay,
Okay.
that's it for me.
Blended. Pip.
Seeing Cairo kill one of them, Pip's gonna kind of shout out, "Whoa, Cairo! Get him!" And then I'm gonna quickly hide behind Azatoth, as he said. And that's it for me. I'm gonna take the dodge action. There you go.
Tallies. You'll
Uh,
have to remind me if you get attacked.
So Tallies is going to continue to drag Sefik along with him, moving closer. So that'll put him 30 feet away from... No, 20 feet away from wherever the door
Yeah,
is.
about where Endwise is.
That's move and dash. That's going to be it.
Okay, so one of these big guys comes out and is going to take a swipe at Landar, who is right in front of him and looking kind of bloody. So looks like a really good target. Too good of a target. It just, that pick comes down right next to him and sort of sticks a little bit in the floor at your feet. However, there is a rustling of sound as something else rushes up to attack. The first one will go against Azatoth, and the second will go against Pip. And these two are now visible. They are no longer invisible, and this guy is shoving. Now, are you still up, Landar?
I have a question.
Yes. Oh, that's right. Landar was missed.
Nope, that's not what I meant. There we go. So they were invisible when they ran in, but when they become
Yes.
visible, would you say that would provoke Alarm Master up?
Sure.
Cool.
Yes.
So then we'll attack the one under Pip.
Okay. Woof! That is a very sound hit.
It doesn't want me to roll the damage because I clicked on the wrong thing.
You said you have a glaive?
Yeah. It's a D10 plus 3. Here, we're just going to click that button so I can click the damage button. That works.
That works. Okay. So a 12 on that. Oh my. Your glaive really snags right in and carves out a piece of flesh from him. So you have done those guys. This guy, see, Landar's still up. So this guy shoves. So this one shoves at this one who is kind of blocked by Landar. So, Landar, give me athletics or a strength check. I'm gonna give. Their strength's got to be more than that when they're large, but it doesn't. Okay. Well, they're gonna sort of squish into you again a bit, so we're all gonna be pushed back 5 feet. All right. that will end their turn endwise.
All right, seeing Landar suddenly pushed back next to where I am, I'm going to take a shot at the one. Does he count as hostile even though he's gagged and a prisoner?
For what purposes?
I want to make sure I don't have disadvantage on it for hostile range and melee.
Sefek does not affect your range attack. You do not have disadvantage on a range attack because of Sefek. For those purposes, he's neutral. Hand crossbow against whom?
The bottom one right in front of Landar.
All right, that is a nice solid hit for 15. He's looking like a pincushion.
I'm going to come hide behind Talia instead. Maybe I'll have better luck hiding over here.
Yes, hide behind.
My
the
last
wizard.
shield
Make a
ran off
stairwell.
on me.
That's the stairwell for you guys. And
That'll end my turn.
Okay, and your bonus action dodging, right?
Correct.
That's a tough.
Okay.
Even though there are no beholders in sight.
Oh no. So on my turn, Azatoth kind of he looks to the two Duergar in front of him, and I kind of bang the glaive against the armor I'm wearing. Me! Attack me, you cowards! And I am going to use my action and my bonus action to kind of recover a bit. I'll use my bonus action for a second wind. That was supposed to roll. Okay, there we go. So I regain 6. And I will use my action to cast Armor of Agathis. And as the armor takes hold, you can see that Azatoth, his features become somewhat wrinkled and sallow, almost like his own life force is being sapped away, and his hair becomes wispy and white. He looks quite poor, almost as if he was sick or dying. And that'll be my turn.
Okay. Landar.
This guy is looking pretty roughed up, as bad as I am, so I'm going to try and take him out before he takes me out.
Okay. That
There.
is a solid hit. It does not take him completely out. Your dagger is sticking into him, but he is still standing.
Then I'll do a bonus action to unarmed strike.
That will do it. You have cut him down to size. He is flat on the floor, and he shrinks to his normal size.
All right, and then I will adjust myself between Sefik and this Durgar.
Yeah, why don't we put the little heart on there to remind us that Cairo that he's got the bardic inspiration. Okay, and so you are doing that. All right. Let's see. Nope, that's all 3. Cairo.
Okay, I'm going to attack the nurse Dwergar with my axe. And I'm probably going to want to use Bardic Inspiration on that.
Judgment call. That's a pretty low thing. Bardic inspiration might not be enough, but it's your choice.
Yeah,
he is wearing armor.
Yeah, you're probably right. Okay.
He is wearing scale mail.
Okay, in which case I'm going to, as a bonus action, use my Daunting Roar ability.
Ooh, my. You're going to shake the whole place. Go ahead, and since this is the first time you've used it, go ahead and link it too so we can see what it is. Wisdom save.
Yeah, I just tried to.
Okay.
But basically, if they fail that, then they will be afraid of me.
Okay, well, actually, let's try to get the Winked. Where are you?
You would just click show in virtual tabletop
Yeah.
bar on the right.
Especially menacing roar. Creatures of your choice. Okay, within 10 feet of you. So that's him. That's only him. I assume you're not wanting to target. Let's see. We can hear him. A 16 on wisdom or become frightened of you until their next turn. So he is frightened. Frightened. Once he uses try. Okay. All right. So you said he looks very rattled and frightened. Yes.
Hey, Blood Dragon. How you doing, buddy?
All right.
You excited for
Yep.
Sundays?
I do not like being
I
hit.
lost something.
I'm going to disengage and scramble away. So, running.
You gonna
This
join the
direction.
guys on the stairs? Yeah.
Yep. And what I will do next, I don't know.
Do you have a bonus action?
Ooh, I do have a bonus action. Okay, I'm gonna healing a word Landar.
Very nice.
Using. Can I do it from my staff? Wait, nope, haven't
Can
to do
you-
it yet. Never mind. Okay, I'm just casting healing word.
Okay. There you go, Landar. 7 hit points. Tallies.
Okay. Well. So how is this corridor shaped in terms of, if I wanted to cast a 30-foot wall?
So it's essentially an L. So the stairs kind of come up to here. There's kind of a landing. There's rooms along this corridor and rooms along this corridor.
Okay, so I guess if I
My pro art skills are not very pro art.
if I slide on over here, then
Fabulous. Love it.
I should be able to angle this to hit those guys. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Tasha's Caustic Brew. This time I'm not going to swap the damage type out.
So it's acid.
So it's acid
And
this
they
time,
both need to make dex saves. And one tries to dive one direction and one tries to dive the other direction, and I don't think either of them, nope, neither of them succeed. So they both have acid on them. Green acid.
And following that, I'm just going to just slide on back over here. Nice and safe. And that will end Tally's.
Well, you have a meat shield right there in front of you.
I do.
He does not look very happy at being a meat shield.
Yeah, I can't hold him up
Okay.
in front of me, but it's right.
Okay. So he is frightened, which, let me look at the details of frightened.
Can't move towards the person that frightened them, and they have disadvantage on attack
He has
rolls as long as they can see.
disadvantage while it's within. Can't move closer, and he has disadvantage while you're within line of sight. Okay, he is going to attempt to lash out at Cairo, which puts him at disadvantage. And I would be very surprised if a 14 hits. No, a 14 does not hit. And it's a mighty swing in his fear, but it swings over your head and sticks into the wall next to him. And these other two are going to
Oh, they'll
swing
take
at.
5 acid damage at the start of their turns.
Yes, thank you for the reminder.
Yours. Thank you for the resub as well. Man, everybody coming through today. Thank you for the 10 months, dude. Appreciate you very much. How you been?
Alrighty. And they are both going to swing at Azatov. Since he said do it, so they are doing it. They do not have disadvantage. They're at normal. Wow.
So, the first one that hits me for the 9, he takes 5 cold damage from armor bag at this.
Yep. That one is not long for this world.
And Don with the gift sub. Thank you very much, baby. Love you.
And that will be their turn, which will bring us to Andwise.
All right, seeing the tank take damage, I'm gonna move forward a little bit, and I'm gonna shoot at the
He
bloodied
cannot-
one. What's that?
Okay. Remember that he's not unconscious or anything. He's actually there, but
He would probably
is.
protest you standing over him.
Yeah, he'd probably protest you standing on him, and it would
Be
probably
distracting.
give you some
Well, when I was
disadvantage
saying my
as you're trying to stand on a.
the meat shield I was referring to just took a couple nasty hits. I'm going to shoot at the bloodied one down next to him.
Yeah, no, we were talking about you're standing on top of Sefik. That is a hit, and he is an ex-Storger.
That one still counts as mine. I did all the work.
And I'm going to laugh as I move back around, hiding behind meat shields. And that
Okay.
dodge action, and my turn.
All right, Azathoth.
All right. Well,
Are you going to attack, or are you going to turn around and lecture Endwise?
no, of course not. There are enemies present. We are going to. What are we? We are going to attack with the glaive. Yeah. Well, that didn't work, but that's okay. We also get the bonus action attack. 16.
That one will work.
All right. Oh no! I went in the wrong direction. Rolled a 2, and then
It's like, no, that's the one that's down, but it was a good enough swing that you came around and hit the one that you intended to hit.
Yeah. All right. That'll be it.
All right, Landar.
All right, I am actually going to throw my dagger at the Durgar.
Okay.
That was not supposed to crit. That's weird.
Ooh.
Did I set something wrong? So it's just 17 for 6.
17 for 6. Okay. That is definitely a hit.
Okay, and then moving in to get a unarmed strike attack at him, and I'm actually going to
Okay.
use my crit die that I just got.
Ooh, splendid.
So
Okay, so he takes another 8 from that.
Yep, and that will be my turn.
Alrighty. Cairo, your reinforcement has arrived back again.
Wait, why did he crit twice?
I
first
accidentally had
one-
the force crit set.
Okay,
Yeah, the first one wasn't a crit. The second one was his nat 20.
gotcha.
So we only took the 6. We didn't take the crit. on the damage on the first one. So we
Got
used
it.
the 17 and the 6 damage on the first one.
Yes, I understand.
And the second one was his nat 20.
Okay.
Okay, Cairo.
Another mighty swing.
Ooh, that is a mighty swing indeed. For 8 damage. That gives a nice thunk right into his practically come on. Practically takes his arm off.
Okay, I think that'll be enough for
Okay, brings us back to Pip.
You know, I'm getting a little close. I think I'll come around this side. I'm going to send a healing word to Azathoth.
Okay. I think Thales should hand Sefik off to Pip.
I do think it's good that the rogue and the bard are hiding behind the wizard.
I know.
You're doing
Ooh,
great.
very nice.
I believe
Azathoth
in
takes
you.
9 healing.
And that is it.
Speaking of Thales.
All right, Tally's is gonna say, "Well, you're gonna hide behind me. I guess I may as well get up close." I'm gonna go ahead and move up, and a crackle of electricity is gonna run down my arm as I reach out and try and grab him. Now he is wearing metal armor, right?
He is wearing scale mail, so yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit him with a shocking grasp.
Ooh.
You are. And it shocks him, and he shakes, and he falls. With a thud. And shrinks back to his usual size.
And then just move back another square, and that'll be Tally's turn.
And the one remaining Dorgar is going to look at all of this, and he is going to disengage, run down the hallway, and turn into a room, which I will quickly draw here. Let me get the turn order out of the way. Let's draw a shape. So it's going to be right here with a door here. All right. And you see some shuffling around in there.
All right. All right. Let's see. All right, we're gonna go with bonus action dash. Do I still see him, or is he hidden behind whatever that is?
So there's an upturned bedstead there. You do not immediately see him, but you can pretty easily guess where he is. There's not much other place in here to go.
All right, take the rest of my movement back off. My last 5 feet. Holler, he's hiding behind a bed, and take the. Well, see. Can I take dodge as an action if I use dash for my bonus? All right, dodge.
Thank you, because he does still have the acid on him. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Azathoth.
So, I'm gonna go charging into the room. I get right up to the barrier, and I'm assuming, being so tall, I could see him cowering behind it. Can I attack him, but
Yeah,
he
'cause
has
it's
cover?
about 3 feet high, and he's ducked down behind it. Yeah.
So he's within reach. We're gonna try.
Yes, he
and,
is.
We're gonna try and smack him.
He does get a little bit of partial. Yeah, he gets some partial cover, but it's not gonna matter. Yeah. Well, apparently he didn't have time to give up, and he's dead. I have to move my screen over in order to mark that on him.
You really took him behind the bed frame. Wow.
Yeah.
Yes, he did. Well, I mean, he's tall enough. He's got a long-handled thing. Just, so the guy's dead. I can't. For reasons I can't tag him as dead, but he's dead, and we are out of combat, and it is clear.
Lando's going to recover his
Thank you.
dagger.
I'll grab Sethic since I'm right next to him.
In this fight, I have proven why we Goliath are the superior combatant.
I'm going to follow him and look way up because I got to really crane my neck just to see his face. Yes, but I was able to deal damage without getting hit.
Ah, wise battle tactic indeed, my friend. I see that I have somehow surrounded myself with respectable warriors, of which I am, of course, the best, but this will be an interesting crew nonetheless.
Yes, respectable warriors.
Cairo kind of rolls his eyes.
And as you search through the rest of the place and find more rubble, but you do not find any more dwarves, I need to be right back. So I will be
Go
back
pee
in
and
like
get your
2
drink.
minutes. Yep. Got to rebrew my tea.
You did see the message earlier, though, right?
No, I did not. Message?
I private messaged you in the game. It's
I will go check for it.
Yep.
I will go check for it. Thank you.
Well, that was certainly interesting. I didn't expect to find a bunch of Duergar hiding in an abandoned inn.
I'm surprised they're not still in the Underdark at this point.
Were they sort of like the did the Twitch channel pick them out?
What are you talking about, friend?
What is this Twitch channel thing you speak of?
Sorry,
My immersion!
I believe he's having some sort of flight of fancy.
But no, there's no wandering monsters. This was all Karis torturing us.
Yeah, they hit hard.
We also have like
I'm gonna glare over at Pip and say, no, it's all Pip's fault for starting this.
oh snap, called that.
Yeah, we should probably not let anyone go through this place by themselves.
It is a good idea. I wonder what they were doing here.
I'd imagine they were hiding out for the night, same as we intended to.
I suppose, but it's kind of strange to see Duergar in the above ground. They usually hide out down below.
Aye, and the Goliath are usually in the mountains, but I guess that's also very strange, huh?
I suppose so. Most of the Goliaths that I've known mostly live in the mountains. Very few of them tend to venture outside.
Yes, yes.
Proportionally,
and
of
you
course.
humans tend to stick to your cities. Very strange that you would find one in the wild.
That is also true.
I like how you're just going with it.
He's not picking up what you're putting down. Oh. Well, at least this place is clear now, and and hopefully get some rest. I managed to get a fire going downstairs at the fireplace, so we should have at least some heat.
Well, hey, thanks for the biddies, baby. Appreciate that.
It's good. At least we got some warmth and some shelter from the
Oh no,
cold,
I
blistering
am
cold outside.
stupid. I didn't add the
Um,
new things.
So
Oh, I'm sorry. It wasted your.
now that we
alert.
got all this done, Landor will
Please
actually try and
forgive me.
drag these bodies back
Oh.
to these rooms, so they're just not in the
That would
hallway.
be-
In the event anything else happens,
Wait,
I want to
swear
tuck
to
them
God,
away.
I tested this.
Oh, so as you are digging around among things here,
Oh no.
you do find that one of the Dwerger actually had a better shield than the others. Let's see. Where would these be? um So you guys are going so yes, one of the Dwergar had a better shield than the others. In fact, this looks like a good shield that could really be usable.
And which room was that found in?
Well, that was found
Sure.
on one of the Dwergers. On probably the first one.
We should probably search all their pockets.
Yeah, we should probably investigate them to see what all's going on with them, see what they have of use.
They
So-
may have some indication as to why they're above ground as well.
God, what's wrong with you?
You don't actually find anything that says that why they are above ground. They don't have any credentials or anything on them. You do find one room that looks like where they had chosen to bed down, and there are their bedrolls and things. I would like Andwise and Pip to each make me a perception check.
Ooh-wee.
Dang, I thought I got 25 for a minute.
Andwise, are you going? Okay, so I will start with Pip. So Pip, when you were searching around, you were also, because this was cool and there were interesting things. You were also opening drawers in the nightstands and digging around, and you found several trinkets, small things that not of really any worth. But in one of the rooms, you found a delicate silver chain that has a black gem pendant, very well cut. And this looks different from the other little trinkets and junk that you had.
Ooh. Hey guys, look! I found some jewelry. I'm gonna put it on.
Okay.
You're not gonna live very long if you're just like, "Hey, look, I found a thing," and slap it on your body.
Okay.
Found this rock. It glows bright green. Plus uranium.
Okay. And Andwise, as the group, as you are laying out, I assume that you're all laying out your bedrolls down in the main room where Tally's had gotten the fire going to warm it up, correct?
Sure. That was the original
Correct.
plan before we got into all kinds of trouble.
Yes, that was the original plan. So Andwise, as you are laying out your bedroll and sort of moving stuff aside to try and clear the space, you find a stone that looks kind of different.
Really? Different how?
Well, it's polished. It's a polished agate. And you probably actually recognize. You've seen the like before.
All right, I'd be like, oh look, I found and then I'd out with what I think it is.
Okay, well, you think it's a stone of good luck.
Actually, if that's what I recognize it as, I would not say anything.
Yeah, I kind of didn't think you would. All right, and the other one, Pip has the other one. So, are you guys going to do anything with the shield?
Landor would assume to find it and hand it over to Cairo.
Yeah, I think Cairo's the only person that can.
Okay.
Thank you.
It is a better shield. Were you wielding a shield?
Who, me? No. I use
Okay.
a great weapon.
Ah, yeah, he uses a great weapon, so he's probably not going to use the shield either.
In which case, who else was the only one who could use a shield?
You.
Yeah, I think you're the only one who can, and because you're using a great weapon, you don't.
But you at least keep it on your person.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So as you guys bed down for the night, are you going to set a watch? Are you going to have evening music? What are you going to do here for the night?
I would like to play a song.
Yeah, I was going to say attunement.
Well,
Well, I'm just gonna play a song. when
I
people go to
don't
bed.
think any of this has attunement.
No, I'm talking about the items that we already
Yeah,
have that we
there are
haven't
other
attuned to
items.
yet.
And
Oh, yes.
that and
This will
we
count
would
as
want to
attunement
try
for the
and
items you
learn the
got last time.
properties of
Yes.
that jewelry that Pip had picked up,
also, I
Which
can't
will
attune
it?
to my
which you
old
couldn't
staff.
do if you're also trying to attune to the staff.
But this isn't the jewelry that Pip picked up. It doesn't have attunement.
You still have to spend a rest to learn its properties if you don't use identify.
Okay. I didn't realize that resting would identify the properties. I knew
Yes,
attunement
you
you
would
would
look.
identify the properties, but I didn't realize that without attunement you can still identify. Okay,
That's
so
what
you
it
get
says
to
in the PHP.
choose. Okay. So you get to choose which of the two items you have, Pip, that you want to identify. Well, one of them was identified because one of them we attempted
Yeah,
attunement by
I'm
someone
just gonna
else.
attune to the staff of healing now. I'll just keep this trinket on me, and then next rest.
Okay. Alrighty. So are we keeping a watch?
Since
Do we
when
have
did magic items
music?
become per person? I always thought they were for the party.
Well, they are for the party, I think.
Yes.
So somebody else
So someone
could look
else
at the.
should attune
Yeah.
or try to learn
Oh
the
yeah,
properties.
someone else take it.
Because that's exactly what I said like a minute ago.
Yeah. It was
Here, who
just
wants
Pip
to
had
play?
said that he put it on, so. Okay, so who then has the necklace?
Who would you hand it to? I would say probably
Give it to
Ollie or
give it to Tali.
Well, Tali's is already attuning to some braces that he has over the course of this rest.
Then Cairo, next person down the line.
Okay.
Here you go, Cairo. You can hold on to this.
Thank you.
Okay. And I assume that that ping was just... Yep. Perfect. Okay, so what you identify... Oh, there he goes. That is the necklace that Cairo is...
It's pretty decent.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Okay. So whoever's on watch, it is a reasonably quiet night, and it continues to get quieter and quieter and quieter as the night goes on. And when you awaken in the morning, what do you do in the morning?
Check to make sure we still have our prisoner.
You do still have your prisoner.
And I
So-
eat some rations and get ready to head out.
So was it a short rest that was taken?
That was a long rest.
All right.
You did get the benefit. You were able to take a long rest. And so you go to unsecure the front door with the pythons, and you open up the front, and you can't really see out. There appears to be a lot of snow piled up in front of the door.
Lando's going to look over at Tally. Is like, you seem to do some fire damage. Can you just melt this?
I should be able to. I'll go ahead and fling a firebolt into the snow.
So that would probably melt what I think the generic is a 5-foot cube.
Sure, why not?
Quick Google look for how to melting snow with fire, which is fine. And then more collapses down, and you manage to, after a few times of doing this, you manage to clear enough of a way out to see out. And yeah, there was quite a heavy snowstorm in the night, and the whole everything is kind of piled up with lots and lots of snow. There's a good 4 feet of snow out there that fell overnight. And it is still snowing now.
But we don't have time to waste. If this keeps going, it's going to keep getting higher. We have to get back to French and
That's right. I mean, we brought snowshoes for a reason.
Oh wait.
Yeah, turn and look at Pip's hooves.
we all just kind of look towards Azathoth. Can you carry Pip?
Yes. Can you carry me?
I think Azathoth might be taking care of Sephic.
In
I think
which
I can carry
case,
them both.
I suppose I could.
Yeah, you probably could actually.
But
Wait, no, I want
I'm
Cairo
not
to
the
carry
only
me.
muscle here. Yeah, Cairo. You carry the dead weight. I'll carry Pip.
Wait, no, the other.
What an honor.
Wait, I wanted to hold
You wanted to hold the what?
the kitty. Keep you warm. Is
Okay, so you're gonna dig your way up to the top of the snow, and with your snowshoes, it is still snowing. It is still snowing pretty hard. So let me move us to the get that out of the way. Let me move us to the Cardinival map to start with. So as you dig your way out and you're up on top of the snow, You find you cannot see very far at all. You can just barely see the next building down, next building across through the snow. It's not blowing really hard, it's coming down very hard. But it restricts your visibility and everything sounds very muffled. So, how are you going to navigate? You can see the tops of the buildings on the map. But
Well,
once you get out of
Landar,
the town,
Landar's been around this area for quite some time, so he will try to help navigate through the snow, given that he's seen these buildings before, and start trying to head the direction towards Bryn Shander.
okay, so you're going to head south towards the east way. So I shall move you then to the Icewind Dale map. Now, this road, the east way is a nice, reasonably good road. This is more of a track. It's not a very done road. And with 4 feet of snow and snow falling, you really can't see the road as you're coming out. And let's see. So it's going to take, where do I find distances? So that you know it's going to take about twice as long as it would otherwise. So from Caerdinival to Bryn Shander would normally be 10 and a half hours. So it would be over 20 hours. To East Haven would be 9 hours, so it would be 18 hours to get there. So you're heading out?
Yep.
And you're heading towards Bryn Shander, which will be 21 hours.
Right, because
Of
now
time?
we have our person. I assume we'll either, as we get about halfway, we'll probably try to decide if we're going to bunk down for the night with the tents that we've gotten, or if we push on through the night.
Okay.
Well, we're not going to force march through a blizzard. I'm pretty sure we would rest.
Yep, and like 20 hours is a really long time.
All right. And it's not a full blizzard at this point because it's not. As you're watching it come down, it's not dumping. I mean, it dumped what 4 feet in 9 hours, 10 hours. It's not. So I mean, that was accumulation you could watch. This it is still, and if you stood still and watched it, yeah, you could still see it accumulating, but it's not quite as bad. Okay, so Landar, I am going to need you to make. I'm going to need you to make me periodic survival checks.
Can
right.
I assist?
Actually, I shouldn't. Yes, you absolutely may assist.
So we are making checks. Okay.
Yes.
Then yeah,
I am going to have you make checks.
being a native, I would imagine I'd be skilled enough to try and navigate through the storm. So I'd like to help.
Okay.
That's not good.
Okay.
They'll be fine.
right. So you travel on for a while, and you really can't tell where you're going, but you're trying to keep a southerly direction, although it is so dim out and the snow is falling, and you aren't sure that you're making much in the way of progress.
So I'll actually turn back towards the party. I'm like, I know we're heading south. However, I can't guarantee that we're still on course for the east way. And at this point, I will look towards the party. Like, should we continue forward, given that we could potentially get lost on the way?
Ah. Golly Lana Makane. We should continue. As long as we keep up our antlers and are alert, we should be fine.
Antler. What?
And out of curiosity, was he speaking? Were you speaking giant?
Well, specifically, it's Golka, the language of the Goliath.
Okay.
You would be able to understand it with giant.
Oh, well, good. Then I understood it then, because I spoke giant.
It is literally keep up your antlers.
And then, no, at that point, well, we're just going to continue forward and keep going through.
Okay. So you continue on. It's very difficult to tell time as you're struggling forward, but you think, it's probably time to at least take a break, a short rest, because it's a hard slog moving your way through. And you turn and find that you turn and find that Cairo is not with you.
Uh-oh.
Where'd the kitty go?
Wasn't he carrying Sethek?
Oh,
Yeah, he
wow.
was.
The stinking thing. He's made off with our quarry. He intends to collect the reward for himself.
So Landar's heading back. Can he spot any tracks for Cairo?
In this heavy of snow, give me a survival check. You can kind of see some drag like marks. You can kind of see some side by side tracks, I think.
I'm just gonna start shouting, Cairo!
Yeah. So you're able to find some tracks and kind of go, Cairo, you've been struggling through the snow for quite some time, and you realize that you haven't seen any of the other members of your party in some time.
How did that
What are
happen?
you doing? Well, it's snowing, and you are head down slogging along.
And we just got separated?
And you appear to have wandered in a slightly different direction than they did, maybe?
Alright, I'm going to try and retrace my steps a bit.
And you've got the prisoner with you. And he does not seem at all bothered by the cold. Not at all. He's fine.
Okay, I'm going to try to locate any sign of my party, so would I make a survival check?
Go ahead and give me a survival. Okay. And as you're trying to look for the tracks, Suffolk tries to pull away from you and struggles and tries to pull away from you, but you're pretty easily able to restrain him again. And as this is going on, Landar, you get far enough, you can see something moving around. It looks like there's sort of a flurry of stuff off in that away.
All right, so keeping the party intact as best I can, I'll signal ahead and let that for what I see and try and head off that direction.
Okay. And you are able to sort of meet up, and the flurries of snow flying are Suffolk struggling with Cairo, trying to take advantage of being apart and trying to.
Well, catching up and getting in close with Cairo, I'll actually try and just straight out knock out Suffolk at this point if I can.
Okay. Give me an unarmed strike. You can. He gets the point.
Yeah. Cairo, you're too tall.
He gets the point. He stops struggling and comes along. And you all try making your way back, finding the trail again.
As we continue to
Give me a
travel, I'm going to. I'm just going to continually keep casting a cantrip. I'm going to be using Green Flame Blade to wrap my glaive in greenish eldritch fire. And I'm going to, since it's a long-handled weapon, I'm going to hold it up so that this green flame is kind of in the air above me, and kind of use it as like a signal beacon so that people further behind might have something to focus on as we proceed.
And I'll say in this, you can see the green twinkle out to about 40-45 feet.
And to try and ensure that we don't get separated again, Lender's going to suggest that we use rope to connect each other, so that way we can stay. That way nobody can really fall behind.
I was
At
just
the same
about to
time.
suggest that.
Okay. And you take the time and you tie yourselves together. And you've had a chance to kind of catch your breaths. And, notice that your muscles are chilling just a little bit. And I assume you put double knots on Suffolk as you tie him into the chain. He can walk on his own, especially if you've got him tied and you've got where you can see him.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have to be carried. All right. And you still have him gagged and manacled.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Give me a survival check. Let's see how confident you are on your path, especially now that you've turned around and
I'm
gone
helping.
aside. And you are pretty confident that you've gone kind of a ways off. You've drifted over to the west a fair amount. As you get, the snow has calmed a little bit and you kind of get your bearings, and based on the elevation and all, you've kind of drifted over to the west a bit. But you're confident now that you're heading south.
Okay, perfect. So probably seeing the party seeing me shift direction slightly, just letting them know that we've veered off course just a tad bit, but we're back on track.
Okay. Time goes on and you get very tired and you're struggling along, and you're sure it must be mid-afternoon. And I need a dex save from Pip. Well, you're being carried by
Me.
Azathoth, aren't you? I
Yep.
need a dex save from Azathoth.
No.
Haha, you're coming down with me.
Yeah, but we're all tied together, so we're
No,
all going
no.
down with him.
That's a
Wait,
good point.
how
Maybe
much-
I should get a marching order here on the party.
Well,
I
me and
assume
Pip
we
are
would
in the front. You know, because I'm trying to lead everybody with the green signal flare.
I assume we use more than one rope, right? So we're not all 10 feet away from each other. We got a little bit more room.
Wait, why would we want to be 10 feet away from each other?
It's a 60-foot rope, and there's...
Yeah, wouldn't we want to be like as close as we could be so that we don't get
Well,
lost?
that's just using the whole length of the rope. I don't know.
But if we did that, then person, you know, in the front would be 50 feet away from the person in the back. If something popped off, they're screwed.
And you could easily do like a couple of ropes. I mean, with well, you're up on top of the snow, so you're not
Nope,
having to.
we're using
trail
one
break.
rope because apparently it was a horrible idea.
I mean, staying closer together when you can, when people are wandering off, is a much better idea than having everybody have, you know,
Yeah.
lots of room to move around.
And if we use
Someone
two
gets
ropes,
attacked from the back.
wait, if we use 2 ropes, wouldn't that be like 100 feet of rope?
It's 100 feet of rope.
But you
That's
know, you have
only
two of them
if you
coming out
tie
from
'em
the
at
same
the end.
central person, so you've got 2 lines essentially. However you want to do it.
Regardless, I'm not attached to no stupid rope. I'm being carried.
That's right. So you don't get to say so.
Actually, if you guys are tied as a rope, I should probably have you give me an order. So let's get your tokens onto the map page
So,
here.
Me and Pip in front, and then I don't know who would be next.
Be land
Sure,
Arby
organize
next.
that there. Let me grab suffix token. All right, so Azathoth and Pip. I'll let the rest of you guys. They're in front. I'll let the rest of you guys organize yourselves.
I should probably have Sefik and Kairos somewhere towards the middle. I'll be behind them at least, so that you know, if anything happens, I can try and sling a spell or something.
And Landar helping with the navigation. That seems like it makes sense. All right. Yep. Okay, so yes, the person up front, you stumble a bit as your foot, it's very odd, but your foot with your snowshoe.
Oh no.
Yes, Karis knows words. Kind of breaks down through the snow into a hole.
Ah.
You do not actually
Gaff.
tumble down, but because you had not quite put your weight on that yet. But it breaks down into a hole in front of you.
Imagine as you kind of trip forward, like Pip just grabs onto you. He's like, "Don't drop me! Don't drop me!"
I would chuck him into the snow.
No.
Oh,
It's
sorry,
a nice
my
soft
friend.
landing.
I have tripped.
I'm now cold, wet, and probably buried beneath snow.
Oh no, it's
But
okay.
you are a bright spark in our day with all of your colorful. Is that right?
Cold.
Well, so while you're down there in the snow, you can turn and look, and you can see eyes peeking out at you from that hole.
Oh god, time to get up! Time to get up!
I'm sure it's fine. You're just being
Eyes!
dramatic.
Eyes! I'm
And
gonna
a
stand
small
up and
voice
try to.
says, and a small voice says, "Shoo, go away."
Ask it to calm down.
Yes, that worked great last time.
Shoo, shoo, go away.
Wait, it's speaking to me.
What is speaking to you? I don't understand.
The eyes. Look. Shh. Look. It's telling us to go away.
And there's a little rustling sound and a little sort of digging sound. Digging further back in.
What do you think it is?
I'm gonna stoop down. Can I see the eyes?
You can see the eyes. You can see more than the eyes.
What is it?
And it sees this great big face coming down. Eek! And it tries digging even faster, frantically digging, trying to get further in to get further away. Shoot! Go away!
Wait.
Bunny.
A talking bunny is surely more than it would seem.
I'm gonna
Worry
call out
not,
to it.
small friend. I will promise you, on the honor of myself and my tribe, and I will give you my word, following the teachings of Kovaki the Ram Lord, no harm will come to you. Come, sit.
Give me a persuasion.
You got this. Hey.
Wow.
Oh, you have got this.
Yeah.
It sits, and its nose kind of twitches a little bit, and it turns and looks back. And it kind of, as it kind of creases back against me. No harm? No hurt?
No. Surely
You
you are
caved in
not
my
enough
hole!
meat to sustain us. There is no reason to eat you, and so we will be friends.
Look. And I kind of like pull up my pant leg to show my fawn-like features. Look, I'm like an animal too. Basically
Funny
the same.
And its little noses twitch as it leans forward. You're a funny animal. Why'd you cave in my hole?
He fell. And I immediately point to Azadov. Because I'm not taking the blame for it.
Is it blocked? I can help, and I'm gonna kind of reach my hand down and try to scoop the snow out of the hole that they're referencing.
And it even goes down to the, I mean, this area, there was a little hillock of dirt. So you actually reached dirt surprisingly quickly considering how much snow there had been. And all that. And you find, yes, you do find a little rabbit hole down there. Oh, good. My hole. And it pops down in. And it pops back up. You didn't want to come in and visit, did you?
I yeah, that would be quite a treat, but and I kind of gesture to my immense frame. I think we are all quite too big.
Good. I don't have to enlarge it then.
Wait, you can enlarge it?
So why did you break in my hole then?
It was an accident, surely a mistake, but I fixed it. See?
Oh, you're going away then. Okay, bye. And it ducks back down into its hole.
Wait, Bunny. Come
It
back.
comes up and sticks out. What?
How can you talk? Wait, I'm gonna like turn over to Azadov. You are hearing this, right? And I'm not just imagining this whole conversation. Have you been talking?
No, yes. It speaks. I
I'm gonna kind of lean back over to Bunny. How can you, talk?
Important question. How can you talk?
Well, you're a bunny. You don't. I mean, you're using words. Like,
Yeah, one of those pesky frost druids interrupted my life. Me able to talk. It's very terrible. None of the other bunnies talk. At least not the ones here in this forest. It sets me aside. It makes me apart. It makes me different. I don't like it.
That sounds very sad.
can we take the bunny with us?
I think that would be up to them.
Well, we are all very different. I mean, look at all of us. Well, I don't know where if the other party's caught up by now. But look at us. We're very
attached
Tied
by a
together, they're
rope.
not very far apart. Yeah, I don't know if the
Everything
others have
okay up there?
crowded around.
We have found a new friend.
Would you like to come with us if you think you don't belong here?
They don't belong with you either, do I? No, I don't. You're not a bunny.
I mean,
Do you have a warren?
I don't know.
That seems a simple question. Do you have a warren? And the bunny's sort of explaining this like you're really slow.
It's asking if we have a home.
Oh, that would make sense. No.
All of Icewind Dale is my home.
It's a big warren.
I mean, what's there to lose from coming with us? It's not like there's not any downside.
Do you have foxes?
No.
We have a kitty.
Do you have protection from foxes?
Yes, we do. As you can tell, we are a lot bigger than foxes.
And he kind of pokes his nose up and looks around. Do you have any pesky frost druids?
0 druids in this group.
So Pip, give me a persuasion roll if you want the bunny to come with you.
No!
You suck.
The bunny does not seem to find your argument terribly compelling.
I quit. I hate this game. Worst module ever.
Well, this is fun and all, but we do have important business to attend to.
Before we go, I have a question for the rabbit. Do these frost druids have anything to do with the one called Arl the Frostmaiden?
Bunny blinks a few times. I don't know what that is.
Well, perhaps it is worth investigating later. Let us go.
Okay. Is anyone else trying to persuade the bunny to stay with the group?
No. To be honest, Tally's, while finding the fact that the bunny can talk interesting, he doesn't think it's a particularly good idea, considering that we'd probably have to, protect it and whatnot, and we have other stuff to do.
Read it later if it dies.
Emergency food.
Turns around and bustles back out of the warren.
Well, let's continue. He's really upset.
It's my one chance of a friend. Gone!
Don't worry, Pip. We'll be your friends.
You guys aren't talking bunnies, are you?
Alrighty. So, you continue on, and you think that, it is probably getting towards night. It's getting harder and harder to see. It's getting harder and harder to see, but this happens kind of gradually, with the snow. Although as you pay attention, the snow's lightening up a little bit.
So Landar's gonna make mention is like we might need to start setting up camp at this point. Probably shouldn't push in through the night.
Sounds like a good idea.
Okay. So as you're going to make camp and, are you going to put the tents up on top of the snow? Or are you going to try and dig down in the snow to reach level?
Probably clear out as much snow as we can.
Yeah, because you can't really stick like pittons in snow and
Yeah,
expect
you'd have
them
a
to
lot of
hold.
trouble. And snow around the outside of it can also help give some insulation too.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right.
I have a shovel. I do not have a shovel. We need to buy a shovel.
Dang, we should have
Boys.
bought a shovel.
Boys, we need a shovel.
Okay. All right, so you dig in and you go ahead and set up your tents and make yourself, I assume, something warm. How are you securing your guest?
I have to at least take turns watching him, but he can sit outside the tent though.
We're not gonna. I guess there's no really point in trying to keep him warm.
He does not
Right.
seem at all bothered by the cold. And he's still dressed just in what you saw, his indoor clothing.
Yeah, screw him.
Okay,
Whoa.
so you set him
Just-
outside of the tent? You have 2 tents,
Yep.
as I recall.
3, 2.
Yeah,
3.
Yeah, it's 3.
Yeah.
2 per person. Okay. So 3 tents. How do you secure him?
Tie him up and rotate watch.
And Landar will volunteer for the first watch.
Okay.
I will assist whenever I am needed. Simply tell me when you would like a rest, and I will take over for you.
Yep. Charlie can take a watch as well.
Pip's just gonna kind of stay in his tent and stay out of sight to avoid having to do work.
Oh dear.
So then the night passes quietly and the snow eases off. And it even clears up and you can see some stars. And tonight is a night when you can see the aurora borealis. There's colors flowing through the sky. And those of you who've been around the Icewind Dales for a while, know that it is widely believed that this is Earl's magic casting out through the sky, that this is the visual evidence of it. And you do get your rest, and you wake the next morning in the pre-dawn hours, because of course the sun never gets very high. You have had your rest and you pack up after you've had something warm for breakfast, I assume. Oh, actually, let me make a quick. Okay. And you set out again. And this time you're making better time. It is still very, very difficult to see. You can't tell where the road is. But you can kind of see around, and you can kind of see where Kelvin's cairn is in the distance, when the sun, mid-morning when the sun comes up high enough that you can see it. You can see it there. And seeing it, Landar, you realize you're not nearly as far along as you hoped you would be. So it's
Seeing this,
going to be.
seeing this speaking out, we're not making very good time. I'm hoping we can make better time throughout today. It looks like everything's starting to clear up. And pointing out that Kelvin's Carn's like right over there.
So as you head south, you're back to making pretty. I mean, you can tell. It's really easy to tell with having some landmarks around. You can tell which way you're going south, and you pretty reliably get south. And around midday, early afternoonish, you get down to a sort of depression in the snow that you're pretty sure is the east way because it's running pretty clearly east-west. And so you're pretty confident that you've reached the east way and it's time to shift directions. And you can see the poking up of the woods in the distance as best as you can see. It's difficult, but you can kind of see some sort of fuzziness in the distance that it might be the trees that are south of the road as you're heading your way on. Okay, so are you still traveling all roped up?
Yeah. I would assume so, since visibility is still something of an issue.
Yeah, and
So
keep it
that's
in
the
the same
normal
order as
visibility
well.
because of the the low how low the sun is, where it's never brighter than dim.
Okay. Well, I mean,
It is not
It's not like
snowing
we're in
today.
whiteout conditions anymore.
Right, you are no longer in whiteout conditions. It's not
Yeah,
snowing
then
today.
I don't think we should, because wouldn't it
No.
slow us down?
Yeah,
If
probably.
the weather is clear, we should actually quicken our pace and try to make as much cover as much ground as we can.
Yeah, sounds good.
Agreed.
All right. So you're making pretty good time. You get a little ways down the east way, and you see kind of an odd sight in front of you. You see I have a handout for this. Aha. You see several goblins around this sled thing that it's teetering precariously kind of on the edge of the road as they're trying to bring it up onto the road, and they have another heavily laden sled behind, and you see a number of them, and they're struggling trying to get this stuff up onto the road. And there's one goblin's on top in the driver's seat that is sort of yelling at the others, trying to get them to move and trying to get them to um, uh, pull harder and get this thing through. And you're not working hard enough, you blithering idiots, and all that. And I just closed something I shouldn't have.
Oh no.
Okay, so what do you guys do?
Probably should get off the road.
Get off the road.
Are you gonna snowshoe around them?
Why? Why would we avoid them? We don't know that they would be a problem for us. They're friendly.
Well, haven't you lived here? Have you ever met friendly goblins here?
Hey, goblins are just trying to survive like everyone else is. This is a pretty harsh environment.
Yeah.
Yeah, goblins
Racist.
survive by killing and murdering.
Realize you were so close-minded, friend.
Well, in my travels to this place, most goblins I've encountered have usually been up to no good. But then again, we do have more pressing issues on our mind right now.
I personally think that we shouldn't delay our own course because they happen to share the road with us. And then if they were to make a problem of it, that would certainly, that would not go well for them, in the very least.
Are you going to render them any aid in getting their cart over the road?
Oh, I seem to have missed that part. Sure. Sure. Yeah. So,
What's their specific issue?
Well, they're having difficulty. So they're having difficulty on a rise of the snow. They're getting the cart over,
yeah,
it, and
their car
particularly
is
the
stuck,
sled
dude.
that's also with it. That is,
They need a
is
push.
very late.
Okay. I mean, would it help if some of the snow that was in the way was melted?
It might. In fact, I can take you over to the Goblins map where I have this laid out where you can kind of see how it is. They're struggling with you guys can see the Goblins map now?
Yep.
All right. So this appears to be a very heavy sled that they're trying to chivvy, and this is the one that's being pulled by the polar bears, and it's kind of at an odd angle because it's going across the road, and they're trying to get this one over a lump of snow to get it to the road so that they can get it across.
Okay. So yeah, I guess I can try and I guess I'll ask them in common if I can help.
I'm going to.
Yeah, if you've got any more strength than these blithering idiots that are sitting there trying to do this, I mean, those no good lazies that are there trying to do it, if any help that you can offer is probably going to be just as well.
So I'm gonna kind of smack Cairo on the chest, real light, just kind of get his attention. Hey, you and me. Let's go and push them out of the snow. It'll be a contest. We'll see which one of us is truly stronger. And I start to try to flex, and I'm like looking down at my chest.
Very well.
All right, so are you going to help with the wagon this is the wagon that I showed you the picture of that's kind of cattywalla, or are you going to help with the heavy sled?
First one and then the
or
other.
one each? Okay, where are you guys going to first?
Yeah, where are we going?
Oh, I need polar bears. I need
Well,
a polar bear.
Tallies will ask the goblins to step back. I'm going to try and clear some of the snow to make it easier for you to get here. And I'm going to use my.
I'm going to reach over and stop Talia and say, you melt snow, it becomes water, water becomes ice.
Yeah,
It'll be
but
harder.
I mean, but
He's not wrong.
they'll get over it though, and ice a sled moves very easily over ice. Actually,
As long as it doesn't get frozen into the water.
well, that's why you put it in front of it and not in the middle of it.
Ah, you don't need to use your magics. We got this. Or at least I do.
We
I put a
shall
polar bear
see.
token out here so that if we
Again,
need
just
strength
starts-
stuff, I can. If you're doing on this one, I've got
Ooh.
stats for the polar bear. We're pulling. Okay. So, where are you going to go assist first?
The polar
Guys.
bear. It's closer. The big cart.
All
Oh,
right.
hey, we're on the map now.
Yes,
Landar's
we're on the map
keeping
now.
Landar's keeping a hand on Suffolk because he is not going anywhere.
Okay.
So,
Alrighty.
you push, I pull, huh? We'll see if we can set the cart right.
All right. And so the goblin on the top is sort of yelling, "I'll give the count. 1, 2, 3, heave! Give me some strength checks. Or athletics is fine too. Oh, and with a mighty heave and shove, okay, hang on here. That guy is inside, but I'll put him on the token layer anyway so I can move all of you guys at once. And with a big heave, it moves forward a little bit. One more time.
Ha! What is up?
Wow, look at that.
Really good move.
Okay. And oddly enough, it seems like he's trying to direct it across the road and over to the other side. He's not trying to get it onto the road and turn it towards the road.
Are we supposed to turn, or are we just keep going this way?
No, we're just get us across the road. We'll get out here on the tundra and we'll do just fine.
Of course.
Then.
One more?
One more. We could do this.
All right. Well, I have already won this contest as I have bested you 2 out of 3, but we will assist all the lads.
Heave. All right. A lot of you all managed to get the whole cart up and over the rim of the lower area that is the road and all there, and the goblin on top is just cackling, yes, much better, and he sort of cracks his whip at the bears, and the bears kind of pull it off a little further, and you stumble a little bit as the cart moves away from you. It's like, yes, this is unstuck. Now for the sled.
Do not be upset, my friend. Kaleo, you will win the next one.
Yes, let's see how you do without the polar bear's help.
I see. It is okay. I do not fault you for your sore tone. I forgive.
And so this one, we've got all of the goblins. Actually, I should be able to roll all of them at once, shouldn't I?
Yeah. If you highlight them all and then use group check, you can do a strength check with the promo.
Group check, strength check. Did it work?
Would have seen it.
I would have seen it. All right, what didn't I do right? Group check.
Did you highlight them all?
Check. I have them highlighted. Submit. DC. I didn't put a DC. I'll put DC of 0 because this is just a check. Damage of 0. Damage on save half. Ah, there we go. It actually wanted me to put values in the rest of the stuff. Okay. All right, so heave.
Ha!
Oops, and now I've unselected them.
Kulai Ananaka Kulai Alulaka! I've not had a competition like this since I've left home. Ha! Ooh! We push!
This sled is incredibly heavy. It is very heavy, and even with all of these efforts, it moves forward just a couple of inches.
Alice, I think they might need your help to get some ice on the ground.
Yeah. Charles is going to come over here. I'm just going to line up the wall.
I'm gonna kind of walk over and then give Cairo a pat on the back. Be like, okay, you got this one. Like kind of like a coach would. It's like, okay, come on, you don't let him look bad another time. Okay, you got this one.
That would be cheating. There is no greater crime than a cheat.
Agreed. I will do this on my own merits.
Fine.
So right in front of all of this, I'm going to go ahead and use my Tasha's Caustic Brew, but change the damage type to fire. So it's going to create a line of fire in front of me, melt all of the snow right up to the very front of the cart.
Okay. Yeah, the sled in this case. Yeah.
Sorry, the sled. Yeah.
And it'll fairly quickly refreeze then, and it'll make a slicker area that will get us down. All right. So, on the group check, how do I do advantage?
Do it twice.
Oh, just do it twice. All right. I'll just do it once anyways. Okay. So, are you ready? Great. Big heave.
Do we get advantage too?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay.
Clicked it? Oh, I did click
Ah, there it went.
it. 15.
Okay, where do I toggle advantage again?
Hold shift.
Hold down the shift key. And then when
Okay.
you hover over the D&D Beyond thing, it should turn to a green. It should turn green for a plus.
Okay.
And if you hold down, I think it's Alt, it turns red for
Control.
disadvantage.
It's control.
Control. Okay. I have a Mac. It's for me. It's Option. So it's like whatever that is on the Windows box. I don't know.
Anywho.
Anywho, Azaroth? Oh, you did roll yours already. Oh, come on, you guys. This is a pathetic effort, and the goblin boss is jumping up and down going, you can do better than that. You've got it all nice and smooth there. You can, and it, because it's moved forward a little bit. The front part of the runners is on the ice, but it isn't significantly on the ice yet.
Oh.
One more time, you guys. You can do this.
Ah.
Ugh. And you kind of feel like the goblins are only doing a half-hearted effort. Oh, but Cairo gives a mighty shove, and the thing slides. Yeah, I don't think I have all of you. And the thing slides and then hits onto the ice, and the weight. This thing's so heavy. The weight does pull it, and the guys on the road are kind of scattering quick out of the way. It's like, as it sort of careens and it jiggles back and forth as it kind of lands down, and it's now in the road, blocking what you can tell of the road. And the goblin boss is jumping up and down. Yes, now up the other side, up the other side. And the goblins around the sled are just muttering, "They've got to be kidding. He's got to be kidding. We can't do this. We've been struggling for days on this." Okay, are we gonna try and shove it up the other side? Are you gonna melt the snow, try and make an ice way up the other side?
Sure. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that again.
All right. Okay, so this time we're going uphill. We have it nice and smooth, but on the other hand, gravity's also going to work a little against us because this thing's heavy and might slide backwards. But okay, so you guys ready to give a mighty shove? A great big shove.
Do we have advantage this time too?
Yeah. No, they would make it a regular check because advantage versus
Okay.
disadvantage on because you're going uphill this time. Wow.
Woo!
Oh, this sled is gothing heavy. Push! Are you
This sled
pushing,
is-
Cairo? Come on.
Yeah. Kairos pushing. You guys get about halfway up. Oops, I didn't have the sled. Oops, now I only have the sled. All right. There. Move you guys up. Okay. One more big, mighty shove. And then he's going to have to deal with a goblin rebellion as he tries to get them to keep going. All right. 0 damage, half. All right. Did I get new shoves from the two of you? I've lost track. Ah, there we go.
I don't know. Did you count the one before it, or do we need another?
I've lost track. In any case, so with mighty heaves and pushing and struggling and grunting, you manage to get this very heavy sled up onto the other snowbank. And the goblin boss looks at you and says, "You guys are really good help. I don't suppose I could hire you to come and help us take this the whole way."
Nope. Nope. We have our own things
are
to do.
currently on a mission. Yes.
Well, and it's not like we're going a short distance. We're going a long distance here. But you sure? These lazy bags of bones could use some extra help.
Say we were to help you. How would you compensate us for our time?
Oh, well, let's see. From here to Karkalok, and you guys know that those of you who've been in the area know that Karkalok is a long way away. We're talking weeks of travel. Oh, to Karkalok. Oh, let's see. Well, we could pay you in iron.
Thank you, but no thank you. Good luck on your journey,
No?
and may Kavaki
We really should be
Sure?
going.
protect you.
All right. I think lashes, gets his arm going to loosen up a little bit, start cracking again. On, you lazy, miserable sods, let's go. Okay, so I'm going to move you back to the Icewind Dale map. And I think this is actually a good place to pause. So you've got it. They're about halfway along the east way to Bryn Shander, and it is. You could push on and get in late tonight. No, you could get in. Yeah, you could get in late evening tonight if you push through,
Then we do
despite the
that.
time you've spent here.
Yep.
But I think we'll
Yeah.
go ahead and actually call it here. We'll do that last stretch next time.
All right, sounds.
All right. That's it for today, everyone. Thank you for coming and hanging out. Appreciate you being here. Hopefully you enjoyed the stream, and if you did, make sure you hit that follow button. If you haven't already, join us in the Discord. That's where we hang out during the week. That's where you need to be if you want to get involved in a game yourself. And I will see you all next time.